well, for the first round. Sorry for the delay there. We were actually
All
trying
right,
to figure out,
and then we start.
welcome
or
so
as
if you're
some
interested in
people would
listening
say,
to
I don't know why there's
Spanish,
double of me. You should be able to
feel
do the
free to
commentary
join.
in Spanish. I wish
Today
I
we've got,
could.
like I said, the last round.
Today we have the what happened to
Mr.
SoulsBorne's
SoulsBorne
PS4?
and SoulsBorne.
Give me a second here. 14
Yes,
versus
hello.
Seed 5. It looks like, or is that 3? Might be
Si
3.
quieren escucharlo en español, por favor, si se
Yes,
pueden ir a
C3.
SpeedGaming español.
So it'll be a very interesting
I'll
race.
even link you guys
Double
to my
newbie.
channel if you guys want to view that. Hello everyone and welcome to
Why
the
is it
final
double
match
now?
between
I don't know why I show up 3 times. I'm only watching. Retry again. So we start off with SoulsBorne and Romanticore. I think SoulsBorne started off a little bit late. Is there a reason? Am I still 3 commentaries? By the way. I'm good? Okay, perfect. Let me see if I can also fix the audio, because I personally cannot hear a game. Thank you guys for your patience. My apologies for it all. Let me just make sure that I can turn this on, and then I'll go ahead and commentate. So right here, I think I see SoulsBorne picking up 6 Molotovs, which is a little bit interesting. Yeah, that's because normally you only pick up 2. Yeah, we've got the Spanish commentary on the other side, so if you want to, feel free to join. I'm gonna assume you guys can hear audio from the game. If not, please let me know and I can adjust. But anyway, so we've got we get to see SoulsBorne doing the glitch. It's a way to pick up 2 weapons. So we actually get the saw cleaver and the threaded cane. Sorry, my saw spear influence is kind of trying to overcome. But that's a way so we can do actually a glitch later on in the game. The weapon is super important and it's only used once. But it can save up to like a minute or 2 maybe. It's a pretty decent amount of time that you save. We see Romanticore here. He's going to be doing a special skip. There's on that fencing, there's a hitbox only on the pillars though. So you have to hit the pillar like right on the hitbox. And if you miss it, you just spawn back on the other side. But it can save up to 40 seconds if you do it correctly. And I think Romanticore hit it. That looked pretty spot on. But we'll see. SoulsBorne is nearing the same skip. Yeah, and then you just walk up the fence and 40-second save right there. Good job, Romanticore. SoulsBorne is gonna be doing the skip. He's killing 1 extra dog. That dog can get a little bit annoying, but it's doable. No memes by the mobs going up to gas coin. That looked good from SoulsBorne. It might not hit it. He went at a bit of an angle. I sometimes feel like that helps out more than not doing it at an angle. But alright, we see the first boss of the game, Gascoigne. He's actually pretty challenging as a first boss. So we're gonna see what's going on here. There's a new backstab strat that we didn't get to see last year if you were part of last year's tournament. I think it was found rather recently because... But yeah, it's a little bit faster. It's less consistent than just parrying him, parry baiting, but it's still pretty good. SoulsBorne also getting the skip. Good job, SoulsBorne.
It's enough to make a man sick.
Now, if I'm correct, I think SoulsBorne is playing on a regular PS4, and Romanticore is playing on a... Not... Oh, he's picking up the extra Bolt Hunter's marks. Oh, and then SoulsBorne, one thing that I forgot to say, SoulsBorne just did, where he tricked his weapon, he actually... There's this weird thing in the game, where after a cutscene happens, your character slows down, but if you trick your weapon right as you're going into that cutscene, you actually get to keep sprinting, so it saves, like, maybe a fraction of a second, but it's still really nice because you keep sprinting while going into the arena. They use it a couple more times, and you're probably gonna see it a few more times, but it's really nice. Romanticore after beating Gascoigne, which good job, Romanticore. He's gonna be okay. So this is something that I don't think anybody has done in the race yet. Romanticore is gonna go ahead and opt out of picking up the Hunter set. The Hunter set is a pretty good set because it has way better defenses than the set that they currently have on, and oh god, please don't die. Good job, SoulsBorne. That was kind of clutch, but he pulled through. But anyways, the Hunter set is actually it's a pretty good set in the set that you normally use for the remainder of the game. And it's faster not to pick it up. You save about 8 seconds, but it's also kind of dangerous in a no reset race because then you can't, take as much damage as you normally would with the set. And we're probably going to see SoulsBorne pick it up. Yeah, it's true. I should. I would like to start off by thanking Newbie for putting on the 2019 tournament. Can I just say that he's a pretty cool dude? Can be a bit of a jerk sometimes, but he's there. And then, yeah. So now we're gonna see Romanticore. He's gonna do a skip here. Yeah, cool dude. This is the old Yarnum skip. There is like 7 of these. There's the old Yarnum skip, which is super deadly and awful. There's the new old Yarnum skip, which is pretty safe. It loses 8 seconds compared to the new old Yarnum skip where you do a plunge, kind of similar to the Romanticore one. And then there's the new old Yarnum skip, which is the one that Romanticore just did, which is you don't do a plunge. It's pretty dangerous. It's the fastest one, but if you die, it's like a ooh, Romanticore, please. Okay, quitting out. That's a safe bet. Okay. But yes, the many layers of the old Yarnum skip there, shown off by Romanticore. And we're gonna see what SoulsBorne does for his skip. Yeah, that was pretty scary. Thankfully, he managed to survive. And we're actually gonna find out. Yeah, Romanticore, SoulsBorne does not have a PS4 Pro. But putting out for the dogs, those dogs can be really annoying from SoulsBorne's side. And from Romanticore's side too. You saw the wolf almost killing him there. Managing to avoid the dogs. He's going to pick up the... SoulsBorne picked up 2 extra Hunter's Mark. These are the only mandatory Hunter's Marks you need. And you're going to use these to save up a couple souls later so that way... Because you have the Bolt Hunter's Mark, which allows you to keep the echoes, and then you have the regular Hunter's Mark, which makes you lose echoes, but you were allowed to warp back home. But now we are approaching the... Bloodstar Beast on Romanticore's side. I think he did not pick. Yep, he did not pick up the blood cocktails. So this is what we call YOLO BSB. There's an item in the game that SoulsBorne is probably going to pick up that allows you to. Basically, Bloodstar Beast is attracted to the blood cocktail. So wherever you throw it, it goes and attacks that instead of attacking the. Instead of attacking you, and so. Romanticore opting to not use that. It's a little bit more challenging. It saves a couple seconds from not picking up the item, but good job, Romanticore. No problem on his side. And there we see him using the Hunter's Mark, not the Bolt Hunter's Mark. Yeah, what a mad lad. Romanticore is pretty ballsy. He likes to do YOLO ROM and YOLO BSB. There's also YOLO, that's the one, YOLO Emissary. He likes to do YOLO Emissary, so we'll see what he tries to do, because he's probably... He might do some interesting stuff. SoulsBorne quitting out again. I didn't get to see why he quit out for this time, but the bright side, since this game is ran in IGT, it doesn't matter. It won't matter how many times he can quit out as many times as he wants. The timer really only reflects, like, is used for syncing purposes. There's not really much of a timer here, since the PS4 Pro and the PS4 have such a difference in time loads that it won't really, at the end of the day, it won't really matter. It'll all depend by IGT. Oh, Romanticore getting the little doll, the chest opening animation cancel there. Saves fractions of seconds. And there we see SoulsBorne. He's actually doing the, using the cocktail. So we see that he's throwing a cocktail. Bloodstar Beast goes after the cocktail instead of going after him. So, but he's kind of getting, I don't know what he's doing. There we go. Going for backstabs. Should be one more. On SoulsBorne getting Bloodstar Beast stuck in the wall. But he should be one more hit. Come on, SoulsBorne! Getting poisoned, he's gonna, oh, SoulsBorne. What are you doing, Souls? Okay, he got him. Warping out. We saw Romanticore. Romanticore here, he's trying to do a glitch. It's called ladder warp glitch, where he basically tricks his weapon while trying to get on the ladder. And this, as people from last year says, tricks the game into getting confused that he's on the ladder. So the game currently, while he's running around, the game thinks that he's on the ladder. But, and when in fact he's like walking around. So next time he quits out, he's actually going to spawn back underneath the ladder. This game just has some weird things with ladders. SoulsBorne also, is he going to go early +5? Yeah. Exactly, ladder warp. Now we go to Amelia. Amelia is a pretty scripted boss fight. As long as you get the leg staggers and stuff, she's pretty easy, and there's no problem. Yeah, there's this thing called Bad Amelia RNG, which is kind of a meme, because at the end of the day, it's your fault whether you fail or not, but we just like to call it Bad Amelia RNG instead. Because, you know, if there's anything about speedrunners, it's, I mean, I personally don't like to blame myself. It's always the game, the RNG, the console, the controller, or anything else. It's the weather, too. I like to use the weather sometimes. Like, the weather's not in my favor, you know? It was a rainy day outside. I couldn't play well because I don't like rain. Alright, so Romanticore here is going to grab the lamp, and then he's going to quit out. And once he quits out, yeah. Yeah, the sun blinded me. That's a great excuse. Like, I was running so well, but then the sun decided to blind me. Yeah. And you also see them pick up this item called the umbilical cord. You have to pick up 3. And there's actually 4 of them, but there's 1/3 of an umbilical cord for whatever reason when there's a total of 4. But anyways, after you pop 3 of them, there's a final boss that you can open up and only access by popping those 3 cords. If you don't pop those 3 cords, we call it Sanso %, because by not picking up those cords, you will not be able to fight that boss, hence it will not be all bosses. Thankfully, I don't think anyone's had that happen yet in the tournaments, in the 2 tournaments that have happened, but it is a thing that has happened. Sanso % is a sad day, because if you're like on PB pace and then you realize you forgot to pop the umbilical cords, it's not a good day for you. Yes, as my SpeedGaming bot friend has said, comentario en español, so jump on twitch.tv/speedgaming/español to join. Alright, SoulsBorne doing Amelia, and again, same thing. There really shouldn't be a reason to die to Amelia, unless you miss a hit or something like that. And so like level 84. And then we see here Romanticore is gonna go ahead and sell the doll set. The doll set is pretty weak in terms of defenses and stuff, but for whatever reason it's really valuable. And if you sell it for echoes, you can get several level ups. In fact, the difference between any percent and all bosses is that doll set. Obviously, with newer iterations of any percent, it has gotten faster and you skip a couple more level ups, but for the most part, that's the big difference between levels is the doll set, which allows you to have several early levels. Now Romanticore is going to warp back, and he's going to totally not die in this newish, well I guess now old route, the early Parl route, where we go to Parl and try to kill him early. And this skips, before we used to do 2 Yahar Ghul skips, which we'll see later on, but now thankfully we only have to do 1. And wow, what did Romanticore do? I cannot believe he died. That was also a pretty good parry on his part. But, yes, that is, yeah, not even going for American RNG. This is actually the end of his run. Yeah, he died. He really should just reset at this point. Because... Alright, and now he gets... Yeah, so from that death, he actually gets warped over to this area, which is Yahar Ghul, where he's going to be able to get some shards. Can we lose safe, huh? And then he's going to be able to kill Parl. He's going to kill Parl now, which allows you to also get access to a really good buff pretty early in the game. It's called the Bullpaper. And before we used to fight this next boss that he's going to fight called Shadows without Bullpaper, and that was awful. But now we get Bullpaper too, so it's become a lot easier. Basically, Hex found this route that allows us to not have to deal with a bunch of bad stuff. Romanticore opting to do the newer Parl strat. It's kind of annoying because it's based on hitting his legs and staggering him doing that, which means that if Parl wants to, as he did, he can run away and rebuff. It's fast if you keep him in one spot. It's a little bit slower, I think, if you don't. So, but still not a bad fight. He didn't get a hit in, which is probably the scariest part. Once Parl attacks, that's when it's kind of scary when you're so low on health. But he did pretty good there. No problems. Bought 11 vials and 3 Bullpapers. Gonna pick up the item for the DLC, and now he's gonna be on his way to Shadows. Shadows is probably what everybody considers the beginning of the run. Yeah. Exactly. Shadows is probably one of the scarier bosses. I won't say he's the scariest. There's definitely scarier bosses out there. But he's the start of the run. If you get past him, or past them rather, because it's actually a combination of 3 bosses, then your run officially starts. But now we're gonna see that they're actually gonna do. Romanticore's gonna do a bunch of pickups. Oh, Romanticore picking up the vials there. Those are what we would consider peach vials, and peaching is basically any action you take to make the game easier in a way that makes you lose time. So he did have only 17 vials, so I can see why. I would probably pick them up too if I didn't have the 20 vials. And it only loses you, like, as you saw, probably like 5-6 seconds. Yeah, Parl once. That's the weird thing, because Parl has 6 vials, I think. And now we see SoulsBorne going in for Parl. I think SoulsBorne... I don't know. I don't know what SoulsBorne is going to do. I keep saying I think SoulsBorne's going to do this, and then he ends up not doing it. But yes, we're going to see him do the older strat of Parl. He's going to do a 2 R1s on the head. That's going to stagger his head, and R1 of Visceral. And then it should be R1 L1. Yep. Pretty consistent strat. The only slow part of it is the fact that you have to visceral his head. But other than that, it's pretty consistent. Alright, Romanticore. Gonna pass snipe up here. And then while SoulsBorne is gonna go ahead and upgrade his weapon to +5. So SoulsBorne actually did something interesting. Earlier you saw him, he went around the tower earlier, going up the upper cathedral ward to kill one of the lizards. So now he's gonna have +5 for Shadow. So he's gonna be dealing a little bit more damage than Romanticore. Which, by the way, Romanticore just annihilating the first Shadow. Going in for the second Shadow. This fight can be pretty scary. You always want to kill the fireball guy, which Romanticore did, but this katana guy can be pretty intimidating too, but no problem. I think this was no hit too. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but it looks like he freaking... I hope Hob is taking notes, because... Alright, and we're gonna see here. Yeah, he's gonna take the lamp. I was actually kind of curious if he was gonna take the lamp or not, but he is gonna opt to take the lamp. Rom is one. You have 10 vit, and then those spiders basically one-shot you. It's a really interesting boss. I'll go ahead and explain more. Going for YOLO Rom skip or YOLO Luminarium key skip rather. Here you want to run. You kind of clip on the tail here, and if you do it right, just as he did, you actually jump over the fence. Yeah, he grabbed the lamp. Is that the first time somebody got it on the... I might be wrong. I haven't been able to catch all the races, but I think that's the first time somebody did YOLO ROM? Or YOLO Luminarium key skip? He's going for the hits. I think this might be YOLO ROM? Maybe? Yes! Yes, this is YOLO ROM. So for YOLO ROM, you basically keep all the spiders. Those spiders deal a lot of damage, and they're pretty freaking scary. So if he gets hit here, it could be pretty bad, but he managed to deal a lot of damage, going for the third phase of ROM, allowing him to ward back, and he just needs a couple more hits here. Hopefully he can get them. And GG, YOLO ROM, first try. What a mad lad. That's actually really, like, that's much harder than he made it look. But I know Romanticore's practiced that. Unfortunately, he didn't get the early warp, and he had to run to the queen. Yeah, so I don't think it was worth it at the end of the day. But it's still bragging rights that he gets. And let's be honest here, it's all about bragging rights at the end of the day. SoulsBorne going in for Shadow, so now I can actually explain kind of the strat a little bit better. So you want to kill this, you want to go in for the attacks, build up your meter, and then go in for the mace guy, who throws fireballs at you, making sure not to get hit by these jerk faces. And then they're going to go in for their transformation, aka their second phase, and you can use that to finish him off. Ooh, getting hit there in the process. Getting a nice parry, though. Trying to just make sure that he doesn't get... Oh, heal, SoulsBorne. Yeah, that's what sucks about this boss. I think that's probably the worst part of this boss, is having to deal with the stretchy arm. It's kind of unfortunate, but... Race is still early. This shouldn't be a reason why he should reset quite yet. Nor should he. Unfortunately, it is like a 2-minute walk back to Shadows, so it's really annoying. Plus the fact that you're going to be missing out on resources. Romanticore's now going to be going for the skip. This is the Yahar Ghoul skip, my bad, which I mentioned earlier. So if you were playing this before, you'd have to do the skip twice, and it really sucks. Because if you do it wrong, you'll get attacked by enemies, or you'll, basically you'll have to do it again. Oh, I'm getting... That's weird. I don't know what happened. For me, the game, everything froze. There we go. Romanticore opting to use the Flogul skip, which makes it a little bit easier to line it up. But I'm gonna have to use... I don't know if you guys are experiencing That's interesting. Yeah, I guess it's just an issue on my part. I'm just gonna have to guess what's going on because I cannot see what's actually going on in the restream. So I'm gonna be assuming that Romanticore at this point is actually gonna go in and kill one Reborn. He picked up a couple items. He picked up some gems. And this game is probably... Gems and upgrading your weapon are probably the two best ways to improve your weapon. So he picked up the gem. He's going in for one Reborn. And one Reborn last year killed a bunch of people. No, I opened it on Firefox. It's just it's not loading now. That's the thing. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately I think he has killed like one person so far, maybe two, a couple people. But he is a pretty dangerous boss, and unfortunately SoulsBorne does fall to Shadows one more time. But Romanticore now gonna proceed after one Reborn. SoulsBorne doing the run back. SoulsBorne is gonna be doing the... This is interesting though, because he still has to be careful. You normally do this forest run after... Is he only gonna... Okay, so he's gonna skip... There's 3 pellets there. He's gonna skip those, and he's gonna go for the 6 pellets here, I hope? 6 bullets. Yeah, he's gonna pick up the pellets here. He missed out on 3 pellets. I would've just picked up all of them, but... He knows what he's doing. He's running back to the forest. And then Romanticore here. Why did Romanticore... Yeah, now I'm curious why Romanticore did that. So Romanticore changed out of his outfit, and he's putting on a... I guess he's going for fashion souls? You kill this lizard. This is so you're able to get +8. He's actually gonna warp back and upgrade his weapon as well as get an extra level up. Coming up. That's... Yeah, Romanticore doing some interesting things with his armor there. Actually, hold on. I missed something. Could it be... Does... With the other armor? That actually would be a really cool strat. 1, 2... Oh, wow! No, never mind. I was gonna actually... I was gonna be really impressed if that was the case, but no, he does still have to do an R1. I thought it was gonna be new strats to use the armor, or to change your armor out, but unfortunately that's not the case. guess he just wanted to change out his armor or something. And mine almost exploded. I would have actually been really excited about that if that was the case. Alright, here we see SoulsBorne going back in for a third time. He got this. What's kind of annoying is that also the opening is very different. So you're less able to build up meter. He's also not using bolt paper, which means he's dealing less damage than he normally would. Just gotta play it safe. Alright, he's got the guy alone. He should be able to get him. There you go. Finish him off. Go for the katana guy. Watch your back. This is one reason why I don't like to lock on to these enemies. You can actually strafe most of their attacks. But I can totally see why you want to be locked on sometimes. Getting the parry there. There we go. Alright, and then basically the fight is over. This last katana guy has this AI loop where if you just R1 him, he will constantly bounce around as he's doing right now. And you can completely... Yeah, there's no... he can't fight back. Sometimes he gets an attack in, but he has full health. There's no way he was going to be able to beat him. Alright, Romanticore going in for Mikolash now. Is he gonna get the elevator? Yeah, it's allergy season right now. I'm sorry. Welcome to 101.5 Allergy Season Radio. Today with your host, Nubisaurus. Today we're gonna have a spectacular race between SoulsBorne and Romanticore here. Alright, Romanticore going for Mikolash. Unfortunately, he does not get the instant... he doesn't run straight to the room. He doesn't even get the American RNG where he runs to upstairs, then runs downstairs, and then runs back. Okay. Alright, so he's doing something really cool there, actually. He uses a Molotov to stun him, and then he uses bullets to... He's not even going to kill the puppet. That puppet can be dangerous, so he has to be careful, but he's good. Freaking insane strat going on in Romanticore side. We see SoulsBorne going in for not YOLO Rom, and we're gonna get to see he kills all the spiders, and then after that he goes for as long as the spiders don't kill him.
As you once did,
going in for some attacks. Gonna kill the rest of the spiders. I think his clearing's a little slow, and he doesn't have you need a little bit of beast meter in order to one-shot the spiders. So he might run out by the end. But anyways, now he's gonna go do a certain combination on Rom. It's 3 and R1, L1, L1. Well, Romanticore on our side is actually doing... Mikolash is kind of getting away from him, but he got him. Good job, Romanticore. Yeah, you do that plunge, and it's a pretty simple fight. Oh, nice! SoulsBorne getting the 1 cycle. He didn't even have to go to his 3rd phase. So that's nice. And he actually does get the instant warp, so if you run kind of to the left of the second group of spiders, you'll get instant warp to Yahargul instead of having to run to the queen directly like Romanticore did. And it's actually a little bit harder to get the 1 cycle when you're insta warp when the insta warp when you're doing the 1 cycle. So that's pretty nice. Probably saves you a lot more time than having to run around and get to the 3rd phase. Romanticore are going to pick up the one of the strongest gems that we pick up. It's the 18%. I think it's like 18.5, 18% gem. Yeah, it's in a pretty scary spot here. Those Winter Maidens, they do deal frenzy damage, and frenzy damage is this annoying kind of like bleed in other Souls games. But takes away 80% of your health. Plus, they deal a lot of damage if they get to touch you. But he did pretty well. He managed to get through. Didn't lose his echoes because those are pretty important for the next level up. Now he's gonna be going for the wet nurse. Yeah, picking up the last set of chunks for the +9. You see SoulsBorne's gonna get ready to do your hard rule skip. So Romanticore goes ahead and uses a blue elixir to go invisible and avoid these pigs. Especially in low levels, this is probably one of the scariest areas. But thankfully, due to the blue elixir, like, there's no problem. Oh, SoulsBorne tried to turn the other guy around, but I don't think it worked. So you might be facing him. Yep, right there. Managed to get around. Yeah, blue elixir. I know, right? What is this? Wet nurse. Things to worry about wet nurse are sometimes she does that, but it's like instant. There's no like sign that she's gonna do it. We think it's a glitch, if I remember correctly. There's also this thing called nightmare phase, where if she does it early, it can be really devastating, and if she gets it off, you can dodge it, but it's inconsistent. And then of course her backing up to the wall like she did there. Scary attack there, but he managed to just roll it, no problem. Getting a warp, unfortunately, does lose time. Yeah. That's probably the best case scenario, is what she does Nightmare Face right as... Like, at this point, if she did Nightmare Face, there's no problem. Unfortunately, she's gonna do that instead. Spin to win. SoulsBorne going in for 1 Reborn. Kinda late stagger there, that was a little scary. But he gets the stagger. Goes in for 5 R1s to stagger there. Trying to back away. Okay. Get the leg stagger, there you go. Heal. Yeah, I go in for a couple more hits on the head. Probably the best place to deal damage. And then just finish him off. Good job, Souls. Good job, Romanticore. Romanticore's getting naked now, and there's actually a reason for this. I don't know why he got naked earlier, but the reason why he's getting naked is he's going to set up for a skip coming up. Gonna go ahead and level up to +9, get some good gems, because this next boss really requires it. It's actually almost... to do it the most optimal way, you kind of have to have these gems active, and you have to have a +9 weapon. Otherwise, I don't know if you can get the stagger, per se. And then we're gonna go ahead and do... He's gonna go ahead and do lecture hall skip. But everybody calls it lecture hall skip because it's totally not based on timing and positioning, guys. It's totally not true. Unfortunately, after 3 tries, it saves 15 seconds, so at about 3 tries, if you don't get it, unfortunately, you start losing time. And it looks like Romanticore's just gonna run around. But, that sucks. Although, in my personal opinion, if you do start doing the skip, I would just continue to try it, but... Yeah, so you basically skip running this whole area by doing lecture hall skip. Yeah, he got unlucky. But on the bright side, he gets 3 extra insight, which he can use later on. That skip does skip that whole area, so hence called the skip. And yeah. And now he's gonna go straight for the Nightmare Frontier skip, which was found thanks to Dan Oyster. I don't remember what his name is. I think it's something Oyster. Totally not found by Cookie, and if Cookie says otherwise, he's lying to you. Yeah, Dan Coister. There you go. That's him. Oh, he's gonna do the... Okay, he's trying to do the R2 setup. Yes. The one scary part about this skip is if you fail it, you lose all your echoes, and that's up to like 120,000, I think, echoes that he has on him. So it looks like he got it. He's going for the R. He went for the R2 setup. You can just walk up there and do a gesture, but the R2 setup looks a little cooler, and he gets it. Good job, Romanticore. And that's the reason why he took off his armor, is for both Lecture Hall skip and for the Nightmare Frontier skip. And this was the setup, which we should all thank Ivan for. I think he was the one who found it. Before we had to do this very time-specific. You only had a little bit of time. You would walk up to the fog gate, do 3 R1s on the head, and then continue to proceed and do the fight. But thanks to Ivan, we found this strat which allows you to just R2 the head. There's very little time. I mean, there is some timing, obviously, but it's much freer than it was to do it in the old way. So, wait, was it Casey who found it? I always thought it was Ivan. I mean, you might be right. Oh, okay. Renamed it Ivan Dollar, yeah. But it's a really good strat, and that just kind of shows you how a run comes from a bunch of different people coming together and working together to try to make something go fast. So we really couldn't do it without everybody's work, except for Cookie, because Cookie only finds skips that are awful, and I hate those skips. So everybody but Cookie found really good skips, you know? Alright, Romanticore now, going in for the hardest boss of the game. Cleric Beast, or as he probably has it named, Blaric Ceased, who... probably the hardest boss in the entire game. Whether you fight him early game or late game, there's no time when he's gonna be easy. Totally does not take 6 hits to defeat. Trainwreck doll. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Fortunately, SoulsBorne didn't. I don't think he got. Don't think he got the good RNG on Mikolash. Romanticore barely managing to scrape by the hardest boss. Almost got hit there. Could have died, but you know, Romanticore's too good for that, so. Going in for his last level up here, if everything is correct. And it's interesting because you see that he went all strength there, but that was actually a change pretty recently. Up until like a couple weeks ago, everybody was leveling up maybe like 25 strength, like 44 skill. But now, thanks to Hattie, these are Hattie strats that he kind of tested out. You can save like a couple hits here and there, like 1 or 2 hits on certain bosses by having a little bit more strength, since the weapon scales better with strength than skill. But unfortunately, it does affect the viscerals, but it's still a really good strat and makes certain bosses feel easier. Now we see Romanticore doing the forest run, which he normally would do at this point in the game. SoulsBorne had to do it a bit earlier before. Although SoulsBorne still has to do the rest of the run, because he only picked up the pellets. Romanticore showing the skip here. This is called the cave skip. Allows you to skip a lot of the area. It's like 15 seconds of area, I think. Doing it well. And now we get to everybody's favorite parts, the ladders. Can anybody do Jesus ladders for me? Good job, guys. And you guys thought he was done, but he actually shows up with even more ladders. Amazing. Hey, Lily has the Jesus ladder. There you go. Oh, and you thought we were done with ladders? Wait. Now there's more. For only 4 easy payments of $19.99, you too can get 4 sets of ladders that you have to climb for a long time. Ladders, escaleras, escaleras. Back to back to back. You gotta get them escaleras, get them pasos in, you know. Romanticore picking up the summons. These are these summons you need to be able to access another boss, which unfortunately a Hattie has not been able to get to. Everybody thinks a Hattie lost the race yesterday to Peanut because he had a couple deaths, but in fact it's because a Hattie was struggling to find Bulgarius. He still hasn't found him. Poor Hattie has not figured out that you have to pick up the summons first. So we're still on a search for a Hattie to see if he found Logarius. Maybe one day. Yeah, he also didn't do PB jump. Alright, Romanticore warping back. He's gonna finish off basically 2 more bosses, and then he's gonna go to the DLC. This is actually probably one of the better runs that we've had in the tournament for Romanticore. He hasn't had a single death. He's pulled off some pretty facey stuff. He only had like 2 mistakes, which is the no early warp, which is only a few seconds lost, like maybe 3 seconds at most. 3 seconds, 5 seconds. And then he didn't do lecture hall skip, unfortunately. Speaking too soon? Well, maybe I want SoulsBorne to catch up. No. I hope, yeah, that's true. It's his first playthrough against Logarius. I'm not picking favorites, I'd just maybe like a closer race, you know? Quitting out there because those guys can shoot. And when they shoot hard. GG on SoulsBorne's side, getting wet. There's no problems. I don't think I saw him get nightmare faced, at least, so. Oh. Apple, more like a Pewdie Katootie. Alright, now we get access to the Upper Cathedral Ward. Where again, he's gonna fight 2 more bosses and then get past those guys. Those guys are, those guys and the guy coming up are like the bouncers of this area, and if they don't want you in, they'll make sure that you know it. So Romanticore getting past him pretty easily, and then he's got this one person left. Romanticore's just gonna show him his ID, you know. There you go. Oh, you're over 21, okay. Perfect. Going through, no problem. And then here we finally get to see the threaded cane. Oh, the alien kind of doing some memes there, unfortunately. He's gonna have to do it again, but he's okay, good. So, yeah, that alien can back up, but thankfully, thanks to the threaded cane's extended reach, it's one of the few weapons that you can use twice. We used to use the hammer. The problem is if you tried to hit the alien with the hammer and the alien didn't want to cooperate, it's basically either reset or you have to quit out and do it again. But thankfully the threaded cane is just long enough to where you can hit him twice. Oh, that alien did something special for him. Roman doing the dance of death there and just looping around him, making sure to avoid him. Yeah. And that is true. Like when Gurman was making the threaded cane, he was like, how can I make a ladder in weapon form? And he made the threaded cane. It's actually lore. So. Alright, here we go. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna be a mad lad? He is. Look at this crazy, insane man. So, normally, to be safe, you would just kill the little aliens. Oh! You would normally just kill the aliens, but Romanticore just went straight into the hellfire and decided to YOLO him. GG on Romanticore side. That was actually a little bit scary because he has base vitality. Not even lifting up the elevator. The confidence in Romanticore's run is insane. I never striked! Alright, just 3 hits. If you do this hit too early, you will actually stagger her out of the stagger. Well, she'll stagger, but she won't pop up with health. But Romanticore doing it right on time. Build up the staggers. Build up even more staggers. Pretty much textbook right there. Then he uses the Hunter's Mark, which unfortunately means he's going to lose all those echoes, but, you know, no problem. And we see SoulsBorne actually going to Amygdala now. He's going to go ahead and do the skips that Romanticore did earlier. While Romanticore goes ahead and goes to the DLC. So, SoulsBorne is only 3 or 4 bosses behind. Which, it might seem like a lot, but if you really think about it, they're really short bosses, so it's not like he's that behind. Although the Shadow's death did cost him to lose time. But he's doing gestures to get the skip, unlike Romanticore, who was doing R2s. But... And now we're gonna go ahead and see, does Romanticore pull off the Enduritize and do Research Hall skip? Because let's be honest here, he can do anything YOLO. If he doesn't do Research Hall skip, is it really even a run? Is it really even worth talking about if he doesn't do Research Hall skip? Yeah, in my opinion too, Alma, if he doesn't do Research Hall skip, like, I think it's like... Alright, and warping back, and now he's gonna do the run to Ludwig. SoulsBorne going for the Ivandala. Yeah, Ludwig. You were there the whole time. That's what Ludwig would say. So again, the thing about the new route is that you basically go the entire game with base vitality. So anything that hits you. Yeah, so base vitality, you're also sprinting, and in this game, if you're sprinting, you actually get counter damage. So, if any enemy hits you, especially now in the DLC, it's pretty dangerous, and more than likely you're gonna die. But, thankfully it's been routed out to where, you hardly face anything that's gonna kill you. Also, it looks like he only has 1 elixir, so I think he might not use an elixir for the path up to Orphan. You were by my side all along. But yeah, he's Romanticore really going for it. He's really trying to to shave the time. And this might be the tournament. Well, I won't say anything anymore. Otherwise, I'm gonna get called out for favoritism or nepotism or race stuffism. Or jinxism. Yeah, that too. Alright, he's gonna do this quit out here, which is gonna allow him to, Yep. That's the lore. Tay. Don't tell anyone, though. Yeah, basically everything that these people are doing is cheating. You should not support these people because they are awful and... Yeah. I bet you they haven't even had a first playthrough. Way to sell it. Alright, now we see SoulsBorne going through. Guess what? The ladders. It's really hard, Alos. That's the only way that I'm staying awake. I actually haven't slept for a whole week. So, that's how I'm staying up at this point. Going for the second ladder here. On SoulsBorne side, you know. Exactly. Oh, okay, so Romanticore not going for the... Oh, he's not even picking up the 5 vials. What a mad lad. The in silico himself, Romanticore. In silico. With no lamps. Alright, so again, Ludwig is another, like, beast, a boss. So he's gonna go ahead and do staggers on him. He staggers his leg. Staggers. Misses the stagger on his arm. Okay, now we're a little scared. That was not my fault. I want to point out that was not my fault, but unfortunately, that is a huge time loss. That's probably like 3 minutes of walking back, which is really unfortunate. And now he doesn't have an elixir either. There is a way to do this without an elixir. You have to run around the hunter though. But I mean, you still have the bloodsuckers who are shooting poison at you, and you still got those dogs and the crows. So I did not sound happy. I feel like I'm being accused here. I will talk to my lawyer. Yes, my lawyer has said to remain silent about the matter, actually. Not happy at all. Okay, Romanticore just waiting out the enemies there. That way he doesn't have to quit out again for them. Sound commentary. Alright, so here's where it's kind of scary. That bloodsucker can be annoying, but he should be able to do... Yeah, just avoid it. Alright, so for this guy coming up with such low vitality, I would just loop around him. Which is which is what he's gonna do. You go around him, loop like that, and then he should miss. He might shoot him. Yeah. He's... Oh my god, this strat didn't work! Ah, that actually really sucks. He does have one insight, so if he really wants to, he could warp back and get the blue elixir. But I think, I mean, that was like, that literally never happened. I hate to be that person, but that literally never happens. Oh, he needs 2 for that? My bad. I'm sorry. Oh, SoulsBorne, what are you doing? I'm sorry, I'm paying so much attention to to Romanticore that I haven't even looked at the SoulsBorne who almost got hit by the bouncers. Thankfully, the bouncers realized that he was 21. Let him through. One more check off, and then he should be fine. Nice parry. Here's my ID, sir. Okay, you're allowed through. Oh no! Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought the alien was gonna do the three beams, but nope, he's there. All right, here we go. Romanticore going in for the second attempt of climbing this ladder. Ladders can be both very beautiful, but also very, very dangerous. Going to kill the dog? Really? Alright, here we go. Alright, gonna go in, do the... Oh! No! This is, that really sucks. What's he gonna do now? There is a chance he could go back and pick up the 4 blue elixirs. SoulsBorne is a boss behind? Essentially. Plus, he's gotta upgrade his weapon and stuff. Yeah, he's gonna grab the ones in the woods. They cost 2 inside, I think. Alright, getting the stagger on Ebrietta, so SoulsBorne's gonna pretty much finish her up here. What? Huh? SoulsBorne, what you... Oh no! I'm sorry, he didn't get the stagger! Okay, he got the stagger there, come on, just get the head of stagger. Yeah, this boss is pretty scary when you miss those staggers. Romanticore getting the elixirs, but now we're on SoulsBorne, who's just R1 spamming her, get the head stagger. If you can get the head stagger, okay. You can still kill her, just one more R1. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I did not realize that's... Alright, Romanticore going back for a second attempt at... Or the... Yeah, another attempt at the ladder. He's equipped with 4 blue elixirs now, which means... hopefully he gets past this, and then hopefully he has the blue elixirs later for other areas that are pretty scary. But... I did not curse anything. I refuse to... You know something? At least SoulsBorne is content and cheering for, you know? And this is a long run back too, the Ebrietta is. Opting to go to the other side, there's just no enemies going around. So it makes it a little bit easier than having to face those enemies that are shooting you and can potentially kill you. So... for Omega. Romanticore going in for the people. Why am I so happy? I'm not happy when people die. It's how I cope with stressful situations, you know? I have to laugh. Okay, getting stopped by the bouncers again, but he gets past them this time without... Feels DS3, man. Can I get some underdogs in chat, by the way? Alright, Romanticore going up for the ladder. I'm curious if he's gonna grab the... I mean, Ludwig is a boss that you normally don't expect to die to. But, he's still not gonna go for the lamp. Okay. Not picking up the vials either. Romanticore is just going in for it. I Borg from the land down under. Alright, here we go. Going in. Dash. R1. I mean L1, L1. R1 the head, R1 the arm. Still no stagger. Okay, there we go. R1 the head. Got him. Oh, he's gonna go for second phase. Dodge. Dodge. Dodge! Okay, he got the stagger. This should be pretty... This is pretty much it. After that, he's... yeah, he actually finishes him up with the R1, so... With the repost, I mean, so... Wait. Oh, he tossed a coin! Nice. The ultimate disrespect from Romanticore. Bad manners on his side, on his part. What a cool dude. While SoulsBorne, on the other hand, will have to do... Ebrietas. Oh, he goes for the bullet. I'm assuming Romanticore isn't gonna do early key. Or, never mind, I spoke too soon. Which means he more than likely is gonna be grabbing... Yeah. That... Ebrietas is really unfortunate if you die. But on the other hand, Romanticore will be having you will be able to pick up more lamps along the way. Oh, and then there goes Amelia being a complete jerkface again. That was really unfortunate. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing out of the uncomfort. Like, how uncomfortable it is to, like, have experienced that. That is really unfortunate. No. But anyways, now he's gonna go back and... I don't want this. How unfortunate. Unlucky. Nothing he could do. But yes, he's going back down. There was literally, though, that was a moment where there's nothing he could have done. That really sucks. But thankfully it's only like a couple seconds lost. Souls going for the blue aliens here. These guys are jerk faces, and you should all hate them. They are actually the worst enemies in the game, from personal experience. And I totally did not die to these guys. But I can just tell you, from a friend who told me, that those aliens are really annoying, and they can defy the laws of physics. The damn blue aliens. Oh god. What even is that clip? Romanticore there did a quit out. He actually freezes the AI there by putting out so those like bobblehead people can't attack him, or at least they can't attack him as well as they could if you didn't get the quit out. SoulsBorne doing some interesting stuff by, I think, yeah, by staying outside of her range, getting the head stagger, going for some more L1s, trying to bring the damage down. That bobblehead that Romanticore just passed is really intimidating. Can one-shot you, especially at such a low health. Even at high health, it can two-shot you, essentially. But SoulsBorne is now going to be entering the DLC. Ooh, so Romanticore there, what he did, he actually got an animation cancel. Normally, if you jump like he did, you will get this roll afterwards. But by spamming X right as he's about to reach the lever, he actually does the lever animation instead of having to finish the roll. Leveling bit, yeah. Running, not having a SAS train sub in 2019 feels sass, man. And now we go to failures. The joke of everyone on Twitch chat. I'll just make it for everybody else. It's me who's the failure. So, yeah. Basically, all you do is spam that guy. That's the opener. And then you just keep spamming this guy. He will keep spawning over and over again. There will be a caster who spawns on the other side of the screen. But as long as he's like careful, he should be able to just finish the boss. Yeah, sometimes it takes oh wow, he's taking a sweet time to load back in. But yeah, as long as he's careful. What's really nice about this boss is that we get this boss right after another boss who's called Maria, and Maria can be kind of dangerous. But the nice thing is, as Romanticore has done, you build up the meter. If you quit out before the beast meter ends, you can actually keep all that beasthood and use it for the next boss. So Maria gets pretty beaten, but thanks to the beasthood strat, the quit out and stuff. You two are Maria, yeah. We are all Marias in our heart. SoulsBorne going to the DLC. And here I am just laughing my Lammo. Alright, Romanticore triggers Amelia. Pops the pellet. Not using bolt paper. Yeah, so that's one thing that's really dangerous about Maria. She can do these attacks that are hyper poised. So normally when you attack an enemy, they will get kind of staggered almost. But Maria has staggers, so she yeah. Or she has hyper armor, I'm sorry, which can avoid her stagger, and then you can get hit while you're trying to attack her. And it's really unpredictable when she does that attack. So sometimes if you get a little bit overzealous while doing an attack, she will hit you. So, wow. The feeling when you're not even Nubisaurus Rex anymore. Yeah, Romanticore going for the bad manners strats. That was actually a really clean Maria too. You basically don't want to see her stage 2 and stage 3. But anyways. Oh no. Yeah, those skulls are normally they don't hit you, but as we can clearly see, normally doesn't always happen. Unfortunately, that's. I mean, it. Thankfully, there's no boss along the way, but. SoulsBorne going for the swamp of bloodsuckers. While Romanticore goes for the same area again. He's not going to use the blue. He's opting to not use the blue elixirs. Oh no, something happened. Romanticore typing in chat. Usually a sign of impending doom. SoulsBorne unfortunately gets caught in the ladder. Wait, what happened? Oh. The insane double death. But guys, this is that act 2 of the structure where both characters seem to have fallen, but they will both now rise up and be better and defeat the big bad. So from here on out, yep, the all is lost moment. This is that. Yep, exactly. This is the redemption arc. This is where we play that insane training arc music.
Blasphemous.
Do your best to try, and you'll succeed. For you're the one to rule them all, and you will all succeed. You're the best around, and no one's ever gonna take you down. So. Romanticore using the blue elixir again. He's gonna avoid it this time. Look at Romanticore, those jukes. Those insane jukes on Romanticore's side. Don't take the skull! Regenerating stamina there. Opting to grab the lamp, probably the smartest move. I didn't see him grab the knives, so I'm assuming he's just gonna go for it. Oh, it's okay. He grabbed the lamp. It doesn't matter. Kind of unfortunate, but not that big of a deal. Probably my favorite boss fight. Potentially, Orphan of Cost. Romanticore's gonna be facing him right now. What's really cool about him is that while it's a boss that I feel like will always be a challenge, even when you're really good at him. You can never really predict him unless you do the glitch, of course. But yeah, doing this slopes in this game allow you to quit out and you land on the area, so the map tracks you in that location, but you just don't take the damage quite yet. SoulsBorne getting past the ladder. Yeah. Gonna do the skip right here. Wow, he just walked up that. I did not realize he could just do that. And now he's gonna go for Orphan of Cause. Again, tricking his weapon. I guess that didn't work. He probably ran out of. Getting his coins ready. That might be kind of bad for Romanticore. He won't be able to do the item. Making it look like no problem as he runs through the string, which doesn't have a hitbox for whatever reason. Trying to get him. Yeah, there you go. He's using coins just like. Normally there you would use like the if the hunter doesn't have an item, he's like scratches his back or something like that. Oh, SoulsBorne. But instead, Romanticore going for a first phase finish, tossing the last coin, warping out. No problem. No butt scratch. Yeah. And he grabbed the skull, so now he can warp straight to Lawrence. Almost as fast as Tay. I think he's gonna buy more. Yeah, he's gonna buy the last insight dump, buying some beast blood pellets, buying some elixirs and some bolt paper. Okay, Soulsborne did grab the lamp then. Oh, he missed that head stagger. Dodging that attack. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Misspoke. Yeah. Again, it's kind of like with all the bosses. Amelia, Parl, Ebrietas, all those bosses. If you don't hit the staggers, they become really dangerous, and it's vital that you hit them. And yeah, that's just not the case. But Romanticore going in for Lawrence. He's another stagger boss that it could be really dangerous if you miss the staggers. But we'll see how Romanticore plays it out using bolt paper on Lawrence because it looks nice. The DLC bosses, for whatever reason, are really resistant to fire or are fairly resistant to fire and bolt. So using, oh, he got the hand stagger there. That's interesting. He actually canceled by breaking that hand. He actually ruined the cycle. Normally he would do more hand, like, yeah, just like he did at the end there. He would normally do more hand slams, but unfortunately Romanticore, I think, staggered to the hand, and that's what led him to, yeah, too much stagger. Again, it comes to show you how a lot of the strats that we do in the run seem... Yeah, it wasn't it was not Falcon House approved. But a bunch of the strats that we do seem very consistent and seem very easy to pull off, but once you're in the moment, you're not, you just, yeah. But yeah, Romanticore going in for a second attempt. Lawrence is a lot different now that he's alive and moving. You still want to go for the same staggers. He gets the first stagger. Unfortunately, does not get the head stagger. But it's okay because the stretch should still continue here. Stagger the other leg. Try to get the head stagger if you can. You know, you sometimes can. There we go, he got the head stagger and the hand stagger, all at the same time. Falcon House approves. Just needs to get away, make sure that he won't, yep, transforms, finish him off now. Third phase can be a little bit scary. He does the circle, not that bad. And finishes him off, perfect. SoulsBorne picking up the key, and now Romanticore is going to warp out. And now basically this is for Romanticore, the rest is cleanup. There's Switches and Logarius left. Again, maybe we can find a Hattie on the way to Logarius because he still hasn't been found. Hattie's still doing his race against Peanut. He unfortunately cannot find Logarius at this time, but maybe we can find him and help him out, and maybe Romanticore can share his summons. But going for the PB jump. Unfortunately, does not happen. Going for it again. The Mad Lad. The insane strats here. Yeah, making sure you get... Exactly. This run is saved. SoulsBorne running through the research hall. Unfortunately, we did not see any hall skip today. I'm very disappointed, and I will make sure that both these runners get kicked out of the bracket myself. So you guys won't have to see these. You guys won't have to see these runners ever again for failing to do. Yep. My reign of terror. Yeah, unfortunately, we have somebody else in, and due to some scheduling issues, I was the only one left. And because we were struggling to set up the Spanish, yeah, exactly, no research hall skip. Yeah. Unfortunately, because we didn't have we were trying to set up the Spanish commentators, I just didn't want to drag one more person in and have to change the whole layout again. Yeah, easy turny. Alright, Romanticore going in for... Ah, thanks, Fum. But now we get to witches, which, again, a pretty easy boss. Things can happen, memes can happen, and some runners have died. But for the most part, it's not a boss you will expect to lose to. I think SoulsBorne finishing off failures, and that means that he's able to now move on to Maria, putting out for that Beast Blood Pellet. Yeah, not naming names. Yeah. It was actually me who died to witches. So Romanticore there didn't go for the barrel quit out. There's a quit out you can do where you spawn off, where you get on these barrels and then you quit out and you spawn outside of the arena. But he's still doing the quit out to make sure that the enemies get de-aggroed because there's a lot of enemies that build up. And while we watch SoulsBorne go after Maria. Oh, nice parry. There you go. Again, Maria showing us that her hyper armor is superior to any attack you even try to do. Back away. Kind of clutch there. Manages to get away from the Maria. Maria going in for phase 2. Yeah, he should. The range on that second. Yeah. The range on that second buff is pretty crazy. But thankfully he did grab the lamp. The one unfortunate thing is now he doesn't have that beast blood buildup. Or as some of my fellow runners call it, the true meter north. Unfortunately, with that not being full, your damage dips fairly significantly. So I don't know if he's gonna be able. He will probably have to face some of her phase 2. Yeah. The history books have been wiped as to the story of True Meter North. Now we only hear the legends, but we don't know the actual truth of the matter. Going for the backstab, Maria unfortunately backing away, being an awful boss right now. Going for the gun spam, trying to see if we can get a parry in. Maria just backing away and being a bully. Yeah, Maria's a big bully. Getting a parry off on the second face, that's actually really nice. Managing to survive? Get away. Oh, nope, that's, yeah. Oh, wow, he actually manages to... Okay, I thought he didn't have enough range to get away, but he manages to just survive it. Yeah, that was a little scary. Alright, Romanticore doing a skip. We don't know if this is intentional or not, but, like, I mean, the setup is so easy that it almost seems intended. Because normally you would have to maneuver yourself through a bunch of pillars and rooftops in order to get to that window. But instead, we skip, and by a lot I mean 30 seconds of just rooftops, slopes and stuff. Instead, you just jump straight on that, roll over, and able to access this area, which houses Logarius. 100% intentional, yes. Alright, SoulsBorne going for Orphan. I don't know if he bought... I didn't see if he bought, knives. But we'll see. Literally brain dead. Yeah. I don't know though, Duke skip seems kind of intentional too. But yeah, the skip seems more intentional. Alright, so Logarius, for the most part, should be a fairly free boss fight. Just dodge a couple attacks, do an R1, L1. Make sure he doesn't get stuck on a pillar or anything behind him, because you're going to do a backstab. Yep, there we go. Just get the backstab. Going kind of tight there, but he got it. Easy boss. Tossing the coin for good measure, you know. Making sure that he knows who's boss. And now Romanticore is going to finish off with Gurman and Moon Presence, the last two bosses of the game. Hopefully he popped all of his stuff, because the moment of truth here, but guys, will this be the first Sanso percent? I am mean. Getting a backstab. Oh, no. But still, dodging that attack. Gurman's attacks can be pretty scary. He deals a lot of damage, and his bullets, if they catch you while you're dodging, will actually deal all of your health when you're so low bit. But he's gonna go for the backstab here. Gets it, no problem. Go for the repost. Unfortunately, the repost doesn't deal as much damage as it used to. But finish him off here. Good Gurman. SoulsBorne looks like he's having fun killing all the I think they're like worshippers or something like that. Well, Romanticore goes for Moon Presence. Still has the first pellet from Gurman, so if everything goes well, he might be able to finish it with one pellet. Nope. Moon Presence. What can I say about this boss other than the fact that she's really annoying? Yeah. There's really not much else to say other than that. Like, either she plays along, or she doesn't, then she just stomps all over you. But Romanticore going for okay. She's charging up. Goes for the finish. GG Romanticore. And that is gonna be it for Romanticore while SoulsBorne finishes off Orphan. SoulsBorne is actually doing what we call an Orphan glitch, So basically, by throwing knives at Orphan when you parry him, it makes him go into T pose, and you can literally just wail on him nonstop. The Orphan cheat. And Romanticore finished with that looks like a 122.07, I want to say. So GG's from Romanticore. Finishing off with an RTA time of 134.58. But again, it's the 122.07 that matters. And I can actually do this. We don't know who really won. It could be Romanticore. It could be because it's all IGT, and we won't know SoulsBorne's IGT until he finishes. But we're gonna say that Romanticore finished for now. And then I don't know if Romanticore wants to do commentary now, or if he would rather wait until we're done with SoulsBorne's done. Yeah, ladder and skull memes. That really sucked. That was probably the two biggest ones. But honestly, though, there's a lot of cool stuff that you did too, like all the YOLO strats in terms of the bosses, with YOLO ROM, YOLO BSB, and YOLO Emissary. So. All right, Romanticore. Well, thanks for the race, man. Good luck on it, and have a good day. Congrats on finishing the run. And congrats on the strats, dude, because that was really impressive. Oh, I do have one question, though, before you go, Romanticore. If you have to type it out, that's okay. Why'd you take off your armor before the crawling nightmare in Mensis? Oh, spliced, I see. Okay. And with that, SoulsBorne beats Lawrence. Now he's just got a couple more bosses to finish off, and alright, gonna go and finish off Moon Presence. Witches and Logarius now, and for SoulsBorne. Yeah, and unfortunately, like there's a lot of just walking at this point. So just SoulsBorne has to run over to the witches, and then he's got to run all the way to Logarius. So just take a seat, relax, enjoy the ride, cause we're gonna be here for a second. But he's nearing the end of the run too, and yeah, a lot of people running. And guys, at this moment, I would like to remind you guys you can actually watch the stream in Spanish. There's 2 Spanish commentators in the twitch.tv/SpeedGaming Espanol. So if you would like to hear this in Spanish, even if you don't understand it, probably sounds. You can feel free to do that too. Just pop up both streams, watch it on both ends. And then also make sure that you guys Follow, Bloodborne. Roman's IGT was the 122.07, if I remember correctly. Make sure that you guys follow these runners, Romanticore and SoulsBorne. Romanticore is a pretty veteran Bloodborne runner. He got some really good times. And SoulsBorne, I think he's newer to the thing, but to speedrunning Bloodborne, but he's got a like a 118 or something. Don't follow the guy that's doing commentary. I've heard he's kind of a jerk. Yeah, and Duratice is a veteran newbie. So now we're gonna go ahead and approach the witches here. Pop the pellet. A BFW for speed. Yeah, it's true. Going for R1s, normally you can do R1, like 4 R1s and an L1 to end it, but... Oh, yeah, that's why you want to do an L1. That's kind of why you want to do an L1 sometimes. Because, for whatever reason, the witch will sometimes survive with a sliver of health, but he managed to recover pretty fast for that. Neuters, yeah. Opting to not quit out, and there you kind of see where like all the enemies aggro, and it can be kind of annoying to deal with them, so quitting out is sometimes better. Now he's just gonna go for the warp to Logarius. Documentary series, King of the... Yes. SoulsBorne looking behind them, there's actually this bloodsucker that can jump on you. If you... Oh, and actually, while we're waiting, I can also start talking about... So this is actually the end of the first round. Round 1 is gonna... with this race, round 1 is gonna be over, and we're gonna find out whether SoulsBorne or Romanticore is gonna go against DK in round 2. But then we've got other people. We've got me versus KC for round 1 of the losers bracket, Mama versus Fool, BLT versus Alma, and then Cookie versus, again, Romanticore or SoulsBorne. Then we've got for round 2 on the winners bracket, we've got a Hattie versus... Oh, sorry. Peanut, that happened. Natty versus Pinkman, and Ivan versus Enduratice, and again, DK Romanticore or SoulsBorne. In terms of looking at the chart... we've got Ivan versus Enduratice tomorrow at 11 a.m. Yeah, we've already had 2 round 2 races. That's right. But this is finishing off round 1. Enduratice versus Ivan tomorrow. Make sure you catch it. It's actually going to be a little bit special. It's going to be BL4. So both runners will not be able to level up at all. That'll be really exciting. Either way, no matter how it goes, that's going to be interesting. And then we've got commentators KC and Tay Ray is Cray. Both really good commentators on the board. Oh, SoulsBorne almost falling off the edge there. I know there was a delay between when I said that and the quit out, but no problem. Easy fix. Just quit out. And now he's just going to go ahead and go for the finish here. Alright, pop the pellet and stuff. Skip the cutscene, run in. Oh, he gets an explosion there. It's okay, can still recover. Yeah, so again, Logarius can, for the most part, it's not a boss you expect to die, but he can pull off stuff like that, and if you don't know how to counter it, how to, like, confront it, it can be really scary. Gonna go for the backstab now. After 2R1. And easy boss. No problem. SoulsBorne is gonna be doing a second level up, or a final level up, instead of yeah. Unlike Romanticore, just gonna level up some vitality. I mean, it's recommendable because this boss can be pretty annoying. The thing is, he's got 27. Is that 27? It's really hard to tell how much insight he has. So I think you normally end with like 7 or 23. Just means not enough. It means a little bit less beasthood than you normally would. Alright, gets 2 parries, nice. Gets the third parry there. I don't think he's going to be able to get the backstab, that sucks. Backed him into the wall. But still, he's only a couple hits away, this isn't that bad. Dodges that attack, there we go. Good Gurman, that wasn't too bad. Unfortunately missed the backstab and it would have been like insta-kill, but still really good. Just gotta finish off. My one question is he gonna come to this channel for the interview or the other channel? Yeah. Dealing with the thing. And again, this boss is all just limb stagger after limb stagger. Trying to get the limb staggered and hopefully not dying. She can step all over you and just kill you in one go. Having a little bit of trouble with Moon Pressing. Wow, Moon Presence is not playing nice right now. There we go. Does that again. Manages to stagger the head. Finishes her off. Good job. GG, SoulsBorne. GG, Romanticore. That I will finish it for him. I'm hoping that he comes here for the commentary. GG to both runners. What is the time I actually? It's 1:35:27. Not a bad time. Yeah, GG to both SoulsBorne and to Romanticore. Let me see if I can get him in. Ah, thanks, Pashish. Oh, you're there?
Hello there.
Hey, SoulsBorne.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Oh, can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you. I don't know how well they... I have to raise you up on my side a little bit.
So how was the run for Romant?
So Roman had a really good run up to the DLC, and then everything kind of fell apart after that. He died to Ludwig once, and then he died trying to get back there on the ladder with the Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I think where you died once too, right?
Yeah, I really had a really bad run. Oh, especially because I was really nervous, literally shaking.
Yeah.
Oh, especially at the beginning of the run, I guess till Shadows was a good run, but then everything started to mess up. So, but it's okay. I have fun.
Yeah, that's honestly what matters the most, is that you enjoyed yourself, and hey, you still got it. You still got another race. Actually, you're gonna be going up against. Let me just look here.
Yeah, against Cookie.
You're gonna be going against Cookie, so that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, will be a good race. I will try to do it better next time, guys, because for sure you need to wait for me long time here.
Yeah, we want to keep
55,
seeing you, so
holy
you better be Cookie. Not that I'm rooting for anyone, because everybody was blaming me for favoritism, but no, that'll be a good race. That'll be really fun to watch. And again, let me know in advance, and we'll set it up so that it's in Spanish too, so we have that SpeedGaming Espanol.
Okay, guys, so have to leave because my viewers in the Spanish channel are waiting for me. It was a pleasure, and see you later, guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming, SoulsBorne. You have a good day. Thanks for the race.
Everyone, bye-bye, guys.
I think he's still here. Okay. And with that, that closes round 1 of the Bloodborne tournament. Just a few things to say before I go, if that's okay with you guys. Again, I'd like to thank everyone who's participating. Whether you be the commentators, whether you be the runners, you guys are all awesome. We really couldn't do this without you guys. I'd like to thank Speed Souls for they're great. Make sure you go to the community. Get on the Discord, talk to people. If you're interested in running, if you're already a runner, then you probably know us all. And we love to have more people come in. And hey, maybe next year you too could be a part of the tournament. Thank you to SpeedGaming for hosting this. Again, this stream is being streamed in both English and Spanish. We could have more races that are set up that way. So we really appreciate you guys working with us. And obviously, you guys, the viewers, it's a blast having these events so you guys can catch them. Last couple things, we have a couple more runs. Please keep coming back, because it'll only get more exciting from here. We're starting to see runners meet clash, and races are getting really tight now. So, yeah. And y'all have a good one. I'm actually going to go ahead and stream here. Thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully, I'll see all of you tomorrow with Ivan versus Enduratize. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.